welcome to tonight's live broadcast of Lomita High School Sports on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and come back and listen to the archive games or for the next live broadcast.
Mark Edmondson back with you live. A quick turnaround there. Hopefully got everything lined up. First half of our doubleheader. The Lady Hornets lost 52-21. Write that down over here on my other sheet as well. About to get ready for the second half of the doubleheader here from Lomita High School. Again, not must wins. And again, momentum is such a funny thing. This Lady Hornet team been up and down. And again, the strong couple games. The last week the win against a good Zephyr team, good start, but just really couldn't overcome that pressure defense. But again, you got to push that away. As they're still in great shape, beating Brooksmith and Cherokee now. Split it with Cherokee and playing Brooksmith again, a second win at Tuesday night in Brooksmith, and I believe it all assure a playoff spot. So, again, lots of things to look forward to. Then we'll talk a little more of that as the game on. This boys, they're in the third spot, lost to Cherokee last Friday. The Zephyr team, though, undefeated in district, and they have been winning. Again, I think Cherokee was the closest game. They won by 12. They beat the Hornets by 40 the last time. So, to me, yes, you do. You come in saying I can win any game, and I do believe that's certainly possible, but it's going to be an uphill battle. But they're going to have to take care of the basketball and score. I think it was 29-2. The scoring just wasn't there in that first game. Again, give Zephyr's defense credit. They do throw a lot of players at you. They're able to do that pressure defense like the girls team. But on the other hand, still this Hornet team is more than capable on any night, scoring more than 2.5 points, even against a good team. And Zephyr is a good team, but not one that they couldn't score. At least try to keep it closer there in that first, and just didn't. It was just one of those games. Everything went downhill. So to me, that's the first start. Try to keep it close, to get it to a pace you like. They do want to pressure you, and the Hornets, they like that too. So, but when you get opportunities, you got to take care of the basketball, make good passes, don't be rushed, and you get shots at the basket, going to have to knock some down. You get the starting lineups here. The starting lineups for Zephyr, starting lineup: Cooper Wells, Bauer Blair, Spencer Marwitz, Shaden Woodcock, C.J. Byers, and Reese Ham. The starting lineup for your Lomita Hornets: Manny Prado, Jose Carbajal, Jeremiah Cruz, Jeremiah Torres, and David Carr. So I think I might have that wrong. I might have wrote that down. It's David Carr, Jeremiah Torres. Make sure of that. Jose Carbajal, Manny Prado, and Jaden Garcia. The other starting, I had that marked wrong there. So Garcia, Carr, Torres, Carbajal, and Manny Prado to start for the Hornets. So right now it's getting ready to tip off. Appreciate you joining us. See what the Hornets can do. Ball tipped up, and opening tip won by Lomita. Torres has it in the backcourt. He'll walk into the front court. Just underway, no score. Zephyr and Lomita. Carbajal has it to Torres. Ball knocked out of the way. Again, quick hands. They have that defense. They're going to look to cause turnovers, and I can't be lazy with the passes. It does stay with Lomita, but almost a turnover. Every pass got to have purpose. And they get it into Garcia. Garcia, ball knocked away. Bad pass, trying to get it inside, and it's a turnover. Carr's trying to fight for it. Does. Carr with the steal, and then he's knocked down and going the other way. No call. That should have been a foul there. Carr with the steal, but it's taken back from him. So Zephyr keeps the basketball. They'll set it up top. C.J. Byers. Byers, right wing pass inside. Now up top, free throw line. Left side of the floor, Walls in the lane. Now he kicks it to the corner. He drives. Ball kicked up top, back to the corner. Walls going to shoot the long three, and it's good. I mean, that was almost out of bounds, and Walls hits the three. Zephyr leads 3-0. They do a lot of things well. Full court pressure. Jaden throws it ahead to Torres. Jeremiah Torres into the front court. Corner, Carr, three. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound fought for. Carr comes up with it. Good hustle. To Prado in the lane. He goes up, he's fouled. Can't get it to roll in. Basket not been open for the Lady Hornets or the Hornets here in the early going, but again, got the good rebound, got the pass inside. Point blank shot. He will shoot two, but those are the ones you want to roll in for that and one. Manny, the senior, shoot two here. First free throw's up, and it's good. Knocks down the one. He'll have one more. Do appreciate you joining us. Our next broadcast Tuesday night. Plan to do it live. See, I've been looking at internet coverage. We'll have to see. Shot is no good. Rebound comes down to Zephyr. And that should be going to call a foul on Torres. Torres with his first foul. 3-1. First team foul. 3-1. Zephyr has the lead and the basketball. Into the front court. Byers has it. Right wing. Now up top. Swings it left wing. Marwitz. Into the corner. Byers. Looks at the three. Long jumper. It's short. Rebound. Shot's no good, but then we got an offensive rebound. And a foul on Garcia. We're not able to clear the miss. Second team foul against the Hornets. 6:19 to go here in the first quarter. 3-1. Zephyr corner three again. This one's short. Rebound comes down to Carr. To Torres. Jeremiah. He'll dribble into the front court. They back off the full court pressure. In the lane. Garcia. Back to Torres. Torres in the lane. That runner, no good. Rebound comes down to Zephyr. Ham has it up ahead. He finds good passes. He finds Blair. And Blair puts it in 5-1. For now, full court pressure again. Carbajal has to save it. In trouble. Got a quick timeout by Coach Martin. 5:46 to go here in the first quarter. 5-1, Zephyr. So the Hornets, after their loss last Friday to Cherokee in the third playoff spot, but it's a good solid spot. Again, Richland Springs, no team. They beat Mullen. They'll have to face Mullen again, who gave them a tough first half. They pulled away from them, but they'll play Mullen in Mullen yet. Brooke Smith on Tuesday night will be obviously a huge game. They handled Brooke Smith, but Brooke Smith's got the big post player that does cause a problem for the Hornets. He had a big game that night, but they were able to really pretty much eliminate any other help for him, and they won by double digits. But that will still be in Brooksmith. So two important games on Tuesday night for the Lady Hornets and the Hornets. 6 and 7:30 scheduled start from Brooksmith. Carbajal to Carr. 5:40 to go. First quarter. Torres, free throw line jumper. Can't get it to go. Off the basket. Rebound comes down to Ham. Ham up ahead. Marwitz back to Ham. Straight away three on the way. It's off the rim. No good. Rebound by Prado. Good to see that clear it out. Give them only one chance. 5-1 Zephyr. Needs some scoring. Again, only scored 2 points in that first half in Zephyr. Carbajal up top to Carr. Torres. Torres looks to drive in the lane. Ball knocked away. Out of bounds, says off of Torres, so a turnover against the Hornets. 5:04 to go here in this first quarter. Friday night action of 25-1A. Zephyr undefeated in district. Long cross-court pass. Three is off the rim, no good by Walls, but an offensive rebound then taken away by Prado. Manny gets it to Torres. Jeremiah, left side of the floor, directing traffic to Carr, and Carr has to run it down. Almost lost. They say his foot was on the line, but it looked like it was away from it. But the turnover, another turnover against Lomita. Not taking care of the basketball, just not looking in the pass. Those things, again, multiply, magnify on you. Pass down low in the lane, ball knocked away, steal. Good defense there by the Hornets. Manny comes up with it to Torres. Jeremiah, need a basket again. In the high post to Garcia. That shot is no good, but he's fouled. Good quick move, so Jaden will go to the line for 2. Got to knock down some of these free throws. They have not been a good free throw shooting team either on the season. This Hornet team is 4-2 in district, so, and as I mentioned, with the way it's set up, Lomita, the highest enrollment, and Zephyr is the second highest enrollment, so these would be the free throw is good. Knocks it down. Garcia will have one more. Will be the big division, the D1 schools going, if they both end up in the playoffs. Zephyr obviously in great shape. Lomita in very good shape, though, with that 4-2 record. Free throw is good. Good 2 free throws there from Garcia. Makes it 5-3. Into the front court. Quick 3, Marwitz. It's off the rim. No good. Garcia clears the rebound. Good job there. Again, one look going the other way. Torres not giving him a second chance. Carbajal back to Torres. Resets the offense under halfway gone of this first quarter. 3:55, 5-3 Zephyr. Basket could tie it or a 3 could give you a lead. Torres trying to get it to Prado down low. Too many hands in there. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hornets. Good pace right now for the Hornets. Chris Hernandez checks in for the first time as Jose Carbajal goes to the bench. Hernandez to inbound. Baseline 3. It's good by Carr. David Carr gives the Hornets the early lead, 6-5. Push into the front court wall. Back to Byers. 6-5 Hornets with the lead. Baseline. Little jumper. Too strong. Rebound. Fought for. And one of the Bulldogs jumped out of bounds, and I wasn't sure they were going to get that whistle as he touched it, threw it in the air, then came back in and caught it. Can't do that. And they did get the whistle. Turnover against the Bulldogs. Full court pressure now being put on. Hernandez has it in the backcourt. 3:21 to go. First quarter. Hernandez dribbles into the front court. In the lane to Prado. He goes up, and a lot of contact there, but they say it's clean block going the other way. Good pass inside by Hernandez. Into the corner. Baseline. And then a wild pass to Walls up top to Byers. Byers to Marwitz. Marwitz and takes 2 steps. Corner 3. Off the rim. No good. Torres with a good rebound. Another miss. Going the other way. 6-5 Hornets with the early lead here in the first quarter. Torres. Corner. Jayden. Garcia. 3. No good. Prado fights for the rebound and gets it into Garcia. And no whistle. My goodness. Going the other way. They're letting them get away with a little bit much on both ends. A hand miss. Rebound no good. Miss. Prado with the rebound. Letting contact go on both ends right now. Letting them play, as they say. And then we get a timeout as Torres was – that's a lot of chaotic action going on there. Hard to keep up with. But there was, again, contact both ends, but letting them play. And so helped Lomita on one end and Zephyr on the other end, because Zephyr had a couple looks at the basket. They couldn't get it to go. But right now, again, you wanting to shorten the game, and this is a good start for the Hornets. Long way to go, but they lead 6-5 at 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. The defense has been good, and they have taken care of the basketball, but that is a continuing thing. As I mentioned on the girls' side, you know, a team wants to, and they haven't been full court pressure all the time. They kind of go in and out of it. They do use it, but it's not on. It seems to be like every possession. They mix it up a little more on the boys' side from my appearances, my best I can see here, the early going. But even having said that, got to take care of the basketball each and every possession. And the Hornets overall have done that. Given themselves look. All right, got Roy Carr checking in. Also, I believe, yes, Jeremiah Cruz checks in. David Carr stays in the game. Jeremiah Torres also in, and Chris Hernandez. 6-5, Lomita with the lead, 2:27 to go here in the first quarter. And the clock starts up. Torres will walk it into the front court for Lomita. And again, got beat by 40 the last time, and scored 2 points in the first half. Already topped those. Cruz, three on the way is good. The freshman steps in with the three. No hesitation, 9-5 into the front court. Walls up top to Marowitz. Marowitz looks to drive in lane. Ball knocked away, steal. Cruz comes up with it. Cruz lost the ball, has to get on the floor for it. Gets it to, I get a jump ball. So we get a chance, and they're getting a little bit of a hurry, and you get a turnover. It ends up being a turnover on the jump ball. Like that aggressiveness, but also playing smart basketball. Great start here for the Hornets. Here comes the trap. Walls has it. He gets it off to Butler, who checked in, into the corner. Long three on the way. It's good. They hit a three. They needed that one, and that was, trying to see who that was, number 5. He checked in. No, it was 0. Prochaska, who just checked in, hits a long three, makes it 9-8. Big shot for the Bulldogs. 9-8, Lomita with the lead. Carr, David to Hernandez. Hernandez still with the dribble. Minute 19 to go first quarter. 9-8, Lomita. Zephyr picking up the defense. Being patient. Torres with the dribble. Don't need a good look. Want to be patient. Pass to Cruz. And then he lost it out of bounds. Got to be strong with the basketball. That's just a turnover, unforced error. Now Zephyr can regain the lead. Minute 4. Clock runs here in the first quarter. Cooper Walls will bring into the front court for the Bulldogs. Into the corner, and should have been a turnover, and was. A bad pass, unforced error there against Zephyr. We'll give the ball back to Lomita. Subs come in here for the Bulldogs. 55 seconds to go here in this first quarter. 9-8, Lomita with the lead and the basketball. Excellent start. I mean, you feel like that other game never felt like they were in it there in Zephyr. Right here with the lead. Torres in the lane to the basket, and he's fouled. He'll shoot 2. He saw a little opening. The help defense didn't come. And Jeremiah will go to the line for 2. Good aggressive move. Be patient, but when you see that opening, go for it, and he did. That foul was on Butler, his first. It's team third here in this first quarter, but only 46 seconds left. Free throws, important. Already the free throws too strong. And again, I mentioned the Hornets have not shot free throws well all season. But this will be the 6th attempt in a quarter. You want to get to the basket, get those opportunities. You need to put it in. Free throw is good. He hits 1 of 2. Makes it 10-8. 45 seconds to go. Oh, let's see what this call is. It should be a foul on Zephyr. I mean, he cleared him out. They called a block on Hernandez. I'm sorry, the officials were just not in position to see that call, neither one of them. And so that'll go against the Hornets. The ball kind of came loose, and then Hernandez gets the call, even though he was cleared out. Then the ball thrown up just for grabs, going the other way with 33 seconds. Carr at the basket from Torres off the glass, and good. Torres finds Roy Carr, his first basket, 12-8. Into the front court. Byers. Zephyr not taking care of the basketball, just throwing up some wild shots. Now a 3 on the way. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down on the floor. Offensive rebound. And then a foul against Lomita. Now you got to be careful here. It's 12 seconds to go in the first quarter. You've had a great start to the game. You leave 12-8 to the district leading Bulldogs. Sub come in. But that is the 4th team foul. First on Torres. You don't want to foul here and get him to the line in the last 12 seconds. Play good defense. And get it into the corner. Don't foul here. Pass into the corner to Walls. 7 seconds. He shoots the 3. It's off the rim, no good. And we pick up a foul. Not a good foul. You get the missed shot. And I think it might be. Let's see who this one's on. It is the second on Torres. That hurts you, but you get them free throws. They got the tough shot. They didn't. It'll be Butler shooting 2. They didn't make it, but we can't clear the rebound. Again, size inside has been a problem. We've done a pretty good job. I was bragging on it a little too much, and here late in the quarter, a couple offensive rebound hurt the Hornets. First free throw is no good. He'll have one more. 3.7 seconds. If he misses this, got to clear that rebound. Even if you don't get a shot the other way, you don't want to give up points here. You lead 12-8. Free throw is up. It's good. He hits 1 of 2, 12-9. Inbound. Carr near half court, shoots it, and it's short. What a great start to the first quarter for the Bulldogs at home. They lead the undefeated in district Zephyr Bulldogs 12-9 on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Mark Edmondson back with you live. Sitting here next to Coach Reyes. So I got a feeling we'll get to talk to him at halftime. So he's in watching the game. The Lady Hornets did lose the first half of our doubleheader, 52-21. Again, a strong start. It was a game at halftime that really seemed the pressure of Zephyr just and I thought they looked better than they did the first time. And, again, they didn't beat them by pretty, but they'll get a chance to play each other again. But their pressure really did pay off as that game went on and got into a lot of easy points for them. So we start the second quarter. Carbajal back on the floor with Hernandez, Roy Carr, David Carr. Ball on the floor and just not taking care of the basketball. We're doing 2-foot passes going the other way. In the front court, that shot is good. You give them an easy basket. No reason to make that pass, and it results in a turnover, and Ham with 2 points. It is now 12-11. Hornets have the basketball in the lead. Jose Carbajal trying to get it to Hernandez. Now does. Chris dribbles up top outside the three-point line. Still with the dribble. Hands it off to Carr. It's David to Hernandez. Takes the three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound comes down to Zephyr. Minute gone here. Up ahead, they get it in the lane. That shot no good. Good rebound there by Cruz. Missed by Blair. Hernandez into the front court. 6:52, second quarter, 12-11, Lomita. Baseline, Hernandez, great move and gets the finish. Hernandez, the freshman, a good scorer. He can create on his own, makes it 14-11. Quick move to the baseline. Byers in the lane, and then the pass knocked away. Good help defense. It'll stay with Zephyr, but Carbajal came over and knocked it away as they were crashing to the basket there, trying to get that pass on the baseline. 6:32 to go, first half, 14-11, Lomita. On the inbound, they get it up top to Cuban. Now baseline jumper is no good. Rebound to Roy Carr. To Carbajal. Carbajal into the front court, and he's going to be bumped. Foul on Cuban. His team first here in the second quarter. 6:22 to go, first half. We've got a timeout, I believe, Zephyr. I'm going to go ahead to 30. I'm going to keep it here. Our next broadcast Tuesday. And again, I don't know what the internet will bring. There is some coverage. I have T-Mobile. I have AT&T. But, again, as I had in Cherokee, thought we had a pretty good signal, but inside the gym it didn't. So I will be there live. If I run into a problem, I will record the games and post as soon as I can. But hopefully I'll be able. If it cuts out sometimes, that I'll deal with. Like we have issues if I can get back on. But with Cherokee that night, I just couldn't keep the internet feed long enough to. I think the longest was about 4 minutes. So here it is 6:22 to go. Just an outstanding start. The pace that you want. If you're the Hornets, they lead 14-11. But every possession does matter. You're not going to be perfect on every one, but take care of the basketball, get good looks, Try to push that lead out. Carr has it. And then a pass that gets away from Hernandez going the other way. That shot is no good. And then an offensive rebound and climbed the back of one of the defenders, but missed shot, put back. It's no good. We can't clear a rebound. Again inside, but then finally Blair steps on the end line. Full court pressure being put on. Got to take care of the basketball. Got Zephyr a little frustrated. Don't get into that. Do your stuff. And then a turnover on the floor. Got to take care of the basketball. Cruz got himself into a problem at half court and ended up being a turnover. Got it. Don't need to rush. And I get it. This team they have shown a lot of growth as Garcia checks in. And they are going to make mistakes. But, again, you realize you look up this team that is run through the district, you're up 14-11. A long, long way to go. But you've done a lot of things right. Don't change that up. And, again, being patient. But the turnovers, taking care of the basketball, I always say, and it is top of that list. Into the corner, quick three on the way. It's no good. Rebound. Can't clear it. We get a chance, and we knock it out of bounds. I feel like we're just maybe a little that adrenaline of being ahead, and that's good, but got to maybe pull it back down just a little bit. Great start for the Hornets, so got to like where they are. Zephyr has the basketball now. Baseline jumper, it's no good. Rebound to Garcia. Gets it to Carbajal. It was a good miss and a clean rebound, and that miss was by Blair. Carbajal in the front court. Three. Hernandez off the rim. It was a good look. Can't get the rebound. Rebound to Zephyr. Then finally a foul, and they had him tied up back there. Don't reach. I mean, it was very close to a 5-second call, but foul on Garcia, I believe. I think they called it on Jose. But you had him very close to a 5-second call. Great hustle defense there, but ends up being the second team foul here in the quarter. Into the front court. That's Marwitz. Marwitz, right side of the floor, down low. That short jumper is no good. And there's gotta be, and it was, his good block out by Garcia. And Cuban climbed his back. And I've heard now, and I've seen this online, there's no over the back, and truly there's no over the back call, and no reason why. I don't care. If you go up somebody's top of their back and you're blocking them out, that ought to be called over the back, which it was. They can call it a pushing foul or whatever they want, but that's been around as long as I've ever listened to basketball. Garcia gets it in to Smith, back to Garcia. Full court pressure, 14-11. Lomita with the lead, 4:45 to go. And then bad pass. We just get in a hurry. Garcia felt rushed, and then he just threw it away. Cannot make those mistakes. No reason for it. You give your Zephyr another opportunity. Leading 14-11. Lomita has the lead. Zephyr with the basketball. Don't even get into the front court. Those are mistakes that really come back and hurt you. Open three on the way. It's no good. And again, should have been a call. They're just letting them climb the back, but a rebound by Garcia again. Hernandez, Carr, cross court. Carbajal open for the three. It's good! Jose Carbajal! Patient there. His first basket makes it 17-11. Into the front court. Marwitz up top to Prochaska. Into the corner. Walls three. It's no good. And then, but a bad foul on the Hornets. I think that was Roy as he ran late on a three. You never want to foul the three. And unfortunately, it happens in basketball like all the time. And it gives them 3 free throws. A missed shot, Walls, who's hit 1-3, but he missed that one, and it was short. And then the foul, though, gives him 3 free throws. Yeah, and I've talked to Roy a lot about love aggressiveness, and he's certainly not the only one that it happens to. Free throw is good. But those are the kind of things that in the moment, and these are what we've seen here in this quarter, the little things when you make those mistakes. Every player on the floor on both teams will do it at some point or another, but minimizing those makes the difference. Second free throw, no good. He'll have one more. 17-12. That's good find while ago to find Carbajal, and he knocked down a big three. Free throw no good. Rebound to Jose. 17-12, so he missed 2 out of 3. We're halfway through this second quarter. What a game. This is not the game I expected. I didn't think they would run away, but to look up 5-point lead, it's been a great start for the Hornets. Got to keep it up. Carbajal gets it to David Carr. Carbajal in the lane, back to David. Be patient. Ball almost knocked away, but saved. Hernandez, 3 on the way. It's off the rim, no good. Good look at it, couldn't get it to go. Rebound to Zephyr. Steal, Garcia, and he's going to be fouled. See, and then contact afterwards. Got a foul on first Zephyr, but then let me see if it was a. Could have been a technical. We've had this problem before where that over-aggressiveness, refs will call that. And both sides are doing it. I've seen pushing from back and forth, so they're discussing this, and they might call a double foul. There was a foul on the floor first because we made the steal, and Byers definitely fouled from behind because we had, and then we were going to the basket. So let's see what it rolls up. It's 2. Could that have been an intentional foul? No, so intentional foul on Lomita. So I don't know what the final, because we had the ball and we're ahead of everybody, and Byers fouled from behind. That should have been a foul, but then it is Zephyr, and this is a huge moment in the game. You have the ball, and if at the very least they foul you, and now they can cut into a lead at the free throw line, and it's no good. 17-12 stays the score. It's Marwitz shooting. You got to keep your cool about you. This is a big ball game. This is a team growing, looking to get better, and they have. And they're 4-2 in the district and playing this way, leading the district leaders. Free throws no good. 2 big misses there by Marwitz. And let's see whose basketball this is. And I still want to, there are 14 fouls now against Lomita, 3 against Zephyr. They're still discussing it. Obviously the other foul was against, maybe it was double fouls, but then it would have, I guess it was a technical because they shot the 2 free throws. I never saw that T sign, but it does miss 2 free throws that Zephyr does, and Lomita gets the basketball, so that says not a technical unless there was that other foul. I'll have to try to get some explanation. Right now, take care of the basketball. Let's get a good offensive look. Still lead by 5. Hernandez has it to Carr. David to Carbajal. He shoots the 3. It's short. Rebound on the floor. Going the other way, Marwitz up ahead. At the basket, they finished to Blair. He was able to run the floor, 17-14. Carr, ball knocked up, bad pass, steal, Marwitz. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Byers, back to Marwitz, 17-16. Quick run, because we turned the ball over. They picked the pressure up, and Coach Martin wants a timeout. All right, it's all right, but Zephyr's got what they want here over the last couple of minutes, and honestly, the Hornets lost a little of that momentum, and then that's why when you get a situation, one of those fouls that goes the other way, whether it was a double foul, whatever, they ended up being the call, but it changed all the momentum. So now you got to take a breath, and that's exactly, I know what Coach Martin is talking about right now. Is like, we're sitting here, we were the 5-point lead, now it's 1, but 2:44, this is important. Last 2 minutes and 44 seconds of this first half. We're in this game. We're not just hanging around. We're leading this Zephyr team. They're good. We're good. We can beat them. But that confidence level got to be there. Continue to grow. Exciting game. And again, not trying to be super critical, just saying what's out there. They have thrown Zephyr out of their game. Full court pressure being put on. Got to take care of the basketball. Let's see if we can get a good look. Here's the full court pressure. Carr to Hernandez. Hernandez dribbles into the front court. Still with the dribble. Jump stop. That shot is no good, and he was knocked down. No call. Going the other way. 17-16. Zephyr can take the lead on a 4-0 run, I think it is. Marowitz, quick three. It's good. And that's what they're able to do. 5 points by Marowitz. Set 19-17. Got to slow it down here. Got a good look at the last time. Couldn't get it to go. Now you're down by 2. Carr into the front court to Garcia in the lane. He goes up and he's hit. Stepped out of bounds. They are letting him play a little bit. Garcia looked like he got kind of hit across the face. But it will stay with Lomita. Need a basket here to just calm things down. You lost the lead. Torres checks back in. He's had extended rest with a couple of fouls, so you do get Jeremiah, the senior leadership, back on the floor here last 2 minutes. Carbajal looking in the pass inside, and he's fouled. Carr, good find by Jose Carbajal. Carr got behind the defender, and David Carr, who has 3 points, will go to the line for an important 2. Zephyr's made a run. Right now, you could tie it back up with these free throws. Free throws up, too strong. Got to have one more. David will have one more here. So 17-12, and now 19-17. Zephyr with the 2-point lead. Carr's second free throw is up. It's good. He hits 1 of 2. He has 4 points. 18-19. Other way around, 19-18. Going to the front court, Byers. Marowitz thought about the 3. Now in the lane underneath, steal. Carball comes up with it. Up ahead to Carr. Carr at the basket. Tough shot. Got too far under. Couldn't control it. Missed. Going the other way. Walls into the front court. Into the corner. Baseline drive. Looked like a push-off, no call. Rebound comes down to Carr. Minute 25 to go. We've got one of the Hornets on the floor, so a stoppage of play. Keep it here right now. 1:28 to go. That was Hernandez, who might have landed hard. He goes on his own to the bench. Somebody will have to check in here. Let's see who. Stone Carr Jones is going to check in. Carr Jones on the floor for the Hornets. Got to take care of the basketball here and see if we can get the lead. Down by 1, minute 24. Carbajal to Carr. Got to get it up ahead. Jones up ahead to Garcia. Garcia, long 3 on the way. It's too strong. Rebound on the floor. Torres runs it down. Offensive board for the Hornets. Minute 8 to go. Carr at the high post. Carbajal. 3 on the way, short. Looks like he was knocked down. Going the other way, rebound Byers up ahead into the corner walls. Back to Marowitz, long jumper. It's good. Marowitz can hit the 3, and he's hit 2 of them. 22-18, their biggest lead of the night. Steal on the inbound and a putback by Byers. Not taking care of the basketball. 41 seconds, makes it 24-18. And then we got a whistle. Foul on Zephyr. This will be free throws. That's 5 team fouls. Uh, 24. Wait, it should be free throws. It is free throws. 5 team fouls. .38 seconds to go. It'll be 2 free throws for Torres. So a 17-12 lead is evaporated into a 24-18 deficit. Got to hang on for these last 38 seconds here. But a couple of easy baskets, a 3 and then a steal for Zephyr. Free throw is good. Jeremiah has 2 points. He'll have one more. 24-19. Again, they scored 2 points in the first half in the last meeting. So, again, I told you that was just such a anomaly, and it shows here. Free throw, no good. Rebound, Car Jones fights for it. Can't come up with it. Almost did. Marwitz, you're going to have to stay on him. He's hit a couple of threes. Up ahead. They save it. Now to Marwitz, open for another three, and he has had 3 threes in the quarter. Huge difference, 27-19. Marwitz opened it up. Car Jones to Torres. Torres into the front court, 16 seconds. Garcia. Shot is no good, but he's fouled. Garcia. Strong hands to get the shot up. Well, Jaden will go to the line. Marowitz with 9, 10, 11 in the quarter, and he has made the difference. 3 threes. 27-19. Garcia could cut into the lead. He has 2 free throws. Free throws up, and it's too strong. He'll have one more. And we've had some free throw opportunities, only shooting about 50% though. One more coming here for Jaden. 12 seconds to go, first half. Free throws up, in and out, no good. Rebound to Zephyr. It's Blair. Blair, 6 seconds into the front court. Walls. Back to Blair. Long jumper at the buzzer. It was a 3 by, let's see who that was. That ended the 22. It just fell in his hands. Ham, his first 3, has 5 points and a huge turnaround. And again, we just couldn't clear the rebound, and those second looks have really hurt the Hornets. They were up 17-12, so that's an 18-2 run. 18-2 run by Zephyr to take us to half. We're at halftime. We're going to get Coach Reyes on here in just a second. Let me see, 30-19 our score here at halftime. Get Coach Reyes this headset. I'll have to move that. Sorry, set the headset up for you. I'll let roll out. All right, let me turn you up. You hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, good deal. You know, I want to start with what I think real positive. I'd said it, you know, you can really see the improvement of the Lady Hornets through district play. And I got to see them some in pre-district, but as district, you can really see those improvements coming along. Tonight, a good first half. You know, a couple of missed baskets, you're down maybe 2 possessions, a 4, 5 point game at halftime. Their defense, and I really thought Zephyr played very well, and that they really picked up the defense. They've got a lot of athletic kids that can put that defense on, and we just couldn't take care of the basketball enough. But still, some good things to work on. I know you don't want just you know, the moral victories, but still, just your thoughts on the game and where this team is now, because they're still right in the obviously great shot with that win against Cherokee last week. What a game. And great place to be in the playoffs. So got to keep that momentum even with a loss here tonight.
Yes, sir. I mean, and it really was. It was a kind of like you said. It was a tale of 2 halves, really. The whole emphasis going into this game was limiting turnovers. And early on in the game, we had a few because we were trying to go a little too quick. We settled down. Second quarter, we only had 2 turnovers, and that was one of the big reasons we, were only down by 8 at the half. And if we'd have made some of those baskets, I think we very easily could have been ahead. That wasn't out of the realm of possibility, but we did a fantastic job of limiting the turnovers. I believe we only had about 9 in the first half, and most of those all came early on in the game when we were kind of rushing a little bit. And once we settled down, very few turnovers the rest of that first half. Second half, we started to kind of rush a little bit more. At times when we were reading things and taking our time, we were getting the good looks, we were getting layups and things like that. But another thing that really hurt us, we limited them to 1 3-pointer in the first half, and then they had 4 in the second half.
I'd mentioned that only the 1 in that first half.
And then that was big as well. But, the turnovers, and we talk about it, if we – one of the best things that we do is play defense. And if we're turning the ball over, we're not giving ourselves a chance to go play defense because we're giving up
You're giving them too many second chance opportunities, and you don't get a chance to get into even offensive set off. Because that, to me, was when y'all got in the offensive set, y'all had some chances, but it was getting it across half court, and that led to a lot of those easy ones. I love how the term rushing, and I think it applies sometimes to the boys' teams as well. And I do think it's a confidence thing. I think teams overall, not just but Lomita in high school. When you talk about it, it's hard. You get the adrenaline. You want to play aggressive. You want to do those things. We saw here in this game where one play can really turn things around in a hurry, and then it can snowball. And high school students, I think that's sometimes hard for them to stop. So you talk about that, but that's not so easy to fix either.
It really isn't, and it's one of those things that's much easier said than done, and you're in those moments in games where it seems like it's starting to snowball, and you're trying to keep it from growing and getting bigger, and it can be tough, and especially like you said, high school students trying to just say, hey, let's take a deep breath, let's exhale, regroup, and go over potential adjustments that can hopefully get us back on track, and I told the girls after the game, I said, for that first half, and even in the second half, when we took care of the ball, we were getting good looks and we were scoring. But I believe we finished with about 27, 29 turnovers, and so second half.
How do you
exactly? In the second half, if you're turning it over 20 times, number one, you're not even giving yourselves much of a chance to score, but then you're giving them transition
multiple
looks.
times, yeah.
And like I said, if we're giving up transition looks, we're not forcing them to have to set up and run offense.
So this kind of goes along with it, and I talked about it during y'all's game because I have this question came to me the other day, and I'd like your thought. I always see coaches kind of having, as far as adjustments, you're always going to make adjustments during the game. But I think some coaches make very few. They have kind of their games. Others like to make a lot. I just kind of, your philosophy, you think is it more important for you as a team to try to make those little stops, or do you try to stick with what, like I say, I know you're always going to make some, but I think that's kind of a philosophical thing. I don't know if it's the right answer.
Well,
but
I think, I've always been of the mindset you're going to have to make adjustments because good teams that you play against will adjust to what you're doing, and when they adjust, you've got to be ready to adjust to their adjustments. And at times we did that, they started to cheat up to steal some of the passes we were making earlier in the game, and we were still trying to make those at times when it wasn't there and giving up some turnovers. But then when we weren't giving those, we weren't telegraphing those passes, and we were making the adjustment when they were trying to do that, we were finding the diagonal open teammates and things and getting layups down low. And that's one of the things we talked after the game is, we adjusted to their pressure early and stopped turning it over. And then in the second half, we were just struggling to recognize those adjustments, and as a coach, you try to, you have to call some timeouts. You have to try to point those things out.
But they still got to see it on the floor.
Exactly, and sometimes it's much easier said than done. And I think, a lot of people sometimes forget. It's easy to forget that these are 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah, and you see that in teams. Like a senior-laden team, and y'all have a mix, definitely. But, teams throughout, when you watch high school basketball or sports, you see that. Some, those leaders on the floor, and that can change dynamic depending on the makeup of a team. And so that makes it even doubly difficult for coaches, I would imagine. Last question before we get at halftime. It's 30-19. Lomita trails Zephyr here on the boys' side. The other thing it's a tough loss, but this was Zephyr. Again, they're going to be probably playing, they will be for a district championship. They lost to Pretty, but they're going to play them again. You got to put this behind you. Brooke Smith come Tuesday night is the game in front of you that you need to. Y'all are in great shape for the playoffs. So win there, I would assume solidify. I don't know, but I would think it does. So it's important to think about that now.
Our situation now. So I just found out recently that Cherokee beat Brooke Smith tonight. So right now we are actually tied for third and fourth with Cherokee.
Y'all split those.
And
yes.
So that game, if Tuesday at Brooke Smith win and we're in, but at least we control our own destiny.
Yes,
the worst we could do though is a three-way tie.
And that's where you want. I mean, at the start of the season, if you say we can control our destiny on January or February the 3rd or whatever. Thank you. I'm going to get back to the second half of the game. Thank you for the time. Great insight. We might have to put this out on. People ought to be listening to this stuff. Thank you. Great insight, Coach Reyes. And again, we will be bringing that game Tuesday, hopefully live, but not. I'll be recording it as well. Again, but I'll be there on Tuesday night. Here, boys, great start. Right now they trail by 11, though. It was a huge run and really pushed by Marwitz. That momentum shifted to 5-point lead, turned in now 11-point deficit. So right now it is about the Hornets trying to claw back. They showed they can play with this top team in the district, and so they want to keep doing that. Got to believe in that. Try to claw themselves back and see what they can do. Got a half to go. Zephyr has the basketball. Blair up top. Now swings it left side. Trying to get inside. They have side. Blair's been in the lane a long time, and there should be a 3-second call. There it is. Turnover. Good job of making him work for it. The pass wasn't clean. He still had the ball, but that got that extra time. He was really in there about 6 or 7 seconds, but that's the way 3-second calls usually go. But that extra time got the call. Turnover. Good defense. Got to get it in the front court. Carbajal to Garcia. Up ahead to Cruz. And on the floor, a turnover. We can't get it into the front court. An easy basket the other way to Walls. And then they say the foul on Carbajal. I mean, he was close by, but kind of a late whistle. But Walls, I mean, that was just an easy basket. And Carbajal came over late, didn't think he touched it. They say enough contact that makes it 32-19. And the and one for Walls. But the key, couldn't get in the front court. Prado, Cruz, Torres, Carbajal, and Garcia on the floor. Free throw is up. It's no good. And fought for the rebound. Torres comes up with it. Up, trying to get it to Garcia and can't run it down. Understand wanting to be aggressive, but again, just a turnover. Can he get a chance at, if you're clear and nobody's there, but there was a defender back and the throw was too strong. Turnover against the Hornets. 32-19, Zephyr with the lead. Into the front court, it's Woodcock. Down low, ball knocked, looked like off his foot. Looked like it went off of Zephyr's. No, it's off of Lomita. Zephyr will keep the basketball. Marwitz to inbound. Huge second quarter for Marwitz. On the inbound, Blair. Blair, little left-handed hook, rolls in. Got in the lane. He has 6. 34-19. Here's the trap. Foul on Zephyr. A little reach. They had him tied up, had Torres tied up. Fortunately got part of the arm there. First foul on number 10, Woodcock. They're picking up the pressure. They didn't like being that close. There's no doubt about it. But now and a turnover. We don't take care of the basketball. The Hornets trying to weather this, and right now hadn't got it past half court on 2 possessions. Down low to Marwitz. Shot's no good. Good defense by Cruz. Prado with the rebound to Torres. Jeremiah. And he's going to be bumped. Foul on Ham. We're doing a little too much dribbling. And I know you can dribble through presses, but that beating the press with a pass can often lead to some easy points. Zephyr starting to pull away. They lead by 15. We've only scored 2. I talked about that 2 points. We scored 19 in the first half. Then we got another foul. They're picking up the defense, but now a couple calls. That'll bounce you off that. Good to see. That's already the 3rd team foul with 6:16 to go in the 3rd quarter. 34-19 Zephyr. We hadn't even, I don't think, got a look at the basket here in this 3rd quarter yet. So they are picking up the defense, but making some contact. So 3rd foul on that one. And then a steal on the inbound. Up ahead, Woodcock at the basket. It's good. And this is what they do and what they did the first time. We did so good protecting in the first half, and now we're, again, losing our cool a little bit. But now up ahead to Prado at the basket, goes up and good. Good find. You break the press with the pass. Garcia to Prado, and Prado makes the basket, makes it 36-21. Taking care of the basketball, getting easy looks. Pass into the corner Walls. It's a 3, and it's good. The threes, there's not as much you can do about. They've hit those threes and huge difference, but taking care of the basketball you can. 39-21. Garcia in the backcourt to Carbajal. Got to get it across Into the front guard, Garcia. 3 on the way. Short. Rebound fought for. Garcia gets it back. Put back is good. He gets the 2 to go. Jaden Garcia with his 4th point. 39-23, 39-23. Marowitz, quick 3. It's no good. Garcia, rebound, good. But then he dropped it on the floor. Good rebound, then gave it up. Cross-court pass, Walls. He shoots the 3, and it's good. Now they're opening up the 3s. That's 3 threes for Walls. Got a whistle. I think it's Tide shoe on the timeout, Coach Martin as well. No doubt that Zephyr has come out with a different intensity in this second half. And I give Lomita credit. They brought it to them. But the 3, a huge difference. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes now for Zephyr. And so you're working hard. Coach Martin wants an explanation about something. Not sure what that was on. Now, Zephyr coach wants an explanation. 42-23 our score here with 4:56 to go. And then wait, now we end up, I didn't see the call, but we got free throws. I guess, I don't know if it was a technical, but it is free throw coming for Blair. And it's up and rolls off no good. Blair will have one more. He's all alone at the line, so that's why I believe it was a technical, but did not see who it was called on. Second free throw is good. 43-23, so a lead late in that first half for Lomita has turned into this 20-point lead for Zephyr. And then they'll take a short timeout. I'm not at a loss for words, but I think Zephyr did come in, backed off a little bit. Give Lomita credit. We came out with some really good energy, good play, solid play. But as the game goes on, and I said that early on, how pressure wears down. 3's certainly a part of it, but they're getting those looks to a big extent because we just haven't taken care of the basketball. Now, their defense is good, but these are situations that, you've got to work through. And when you have, one turnover out of every 5 possessions at one, when you're getting 3 out of 4, it's devastating. And we talked about that with Coach Reyes on the girls' side and how it affected. So it must have been a technical as they shot the 2 free throws, hit 1 of 2, and Zephyr will have the basketball at half court. 4:56 to go in the third quarter. 43-23. Zephyr, again, it trailed by 5 late in the second quarter, then really opened it up here. Undefeated in district. Byers in the lane. Blair into the corner. Ham, that 3 is short. Rebound to Torres. Torres gets it to Hernandez. Manny Prado, Cruz, and Garcia on the floor. Hernandez into the front court. Knocked away. Cruz saves it. Down low. Prado's foul. That's the 4th team foul on Zephyr. See, that is the second one on Blair, as that says on the board. Hernandez the inbound from the baseline for the Hornets. Up top to Prado. To Hernandez. Hernandez. And they do help with the defense. Zephyr's defense very good there, and they do a lot of good things. Obviously, the shooting, you see that with the 3s, but that's tough defense. Why they're undefeated in district, as I said. And then trying to get it past to Hernandez, couldn't corral it. Turnover against Lomita. I believe they're, as I saw in district play, they defeated Cherokee in the first round by 12. I think that was the closest deficit. A player need to tie his shoe. So the Zephyr basketball. Next game's Tuesday night, 6 and 7:30 from Brooksmith. Byers has in the front court. Left wing, Ham. Up top to C.J. Byers. Byers to Blair. Inside the 3-point line to Byers. Byers looks to drive with the right hand, gets it to go. Byers with the basket. 45-23. Hernandez dribbles through a trap into the front court. Gets it to Garcia. 3:40 to go, third quarter here from Lomita. Ball stolen, just not looking. Up ahead, Byers. Off the glass and good. Just not staying focused. Byers with 6 points. 47-23. We're not able to even get in offensive sets. We've let them affect us. And right now up ahead and knocked away. Stays with Lomita. Stone Carr Jones will check in along with David Carr. 3:18 to go. Hornets just 4 points here in this third quarter. Stone to inbound, looking. Gets it into Carr in the lane. Looks to go up. Can't get it to go. Rebound comes down to Marwitz. Going the other way, Byers. Byers up ahead at the basket. Blair, and he gets it to go. Good find there by Byers. Blair in double figures. 49-23. Hernandez into the front court for the Hornets. Looking for some help here. Hernandez down low. Manny, ball blocked, fought for. Carr has it in the lane. That shot is no good, but he's fouled. Oh, couldn't get it to roll in. David Carr to the line for two. .243 to go, third quarter. 2 free throws here for David. First one's up, and it is good. He'll have one more. 5 points for David. But it has been a big run by Zephyr. Started with defense, and then the three certainly helping their cause, and just also some sloppy play by the Hornets. Got carried, got some a little bit out of sorts a couple times and really hurt their momentum. Second free throw, good. Drops through, gets the shooter's touch. 6 points for David. 49-25. Prochaska checked into the front court, down low. That shot up and good for Cuban, who'd also checked in. 51-25. Gone to exclusively this full court pressure. Stone Carr Jones into the front court. And then back court violation as he threw it back to David. Too soon. Got to let him get in the front court there. Turnover against the Hornets. 2:26 to go. 51-25. Zephyr with the lead. Zephyr has the basketball. Ball knocked away on the floor and a late whistle. Very late whistle. But it looks like a foul on Lomita. Butler was on the drive. Be out of bounds. That's the third team foul on the Hornets here in this third quarter. 2:20 to go, third quarter. Zephyr already at the 5 foul mark, so free throws for Lomita the rest of this quarter. They get it inbound to Cuban. Up top to Butler, now in the corner down low. Ball stolen by Carr. Dribbling up ahead in the lane. Carr. Shot is good. Basket's good, and the and one. The late whistle there, I thought he might call a charge. Did not look like they had good position. I thought it was just going to let it go. The basket did go, but Carr, so good finish there. But they do get the late whistle, and that'll give him an and one chance. That's 4 points here in the quarter. 7, 8 for the game. And he'll have the one free throw. So it is going to be a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. 51-27. Hornets trail the Bulldogs. Free throw is up and good. David with the strong game. Now at 9 points. Trying to see if I had that. Yeah, Zephyr 16-5 on the season, undefeated in district. They have it in the front court. Ball in the lane, knocked away, stolen by Torres. Good defense there by the Hornets. Jeremiah brings it in the front court. 1:50 to go, third quarter. Hernandez, right wing with the dribble. Back to Jeremiah. Torres resets the offense near the timeline. 1:41 to go. Hernandez, right wing with the dribble. Backs it up. Up top to Carr. Down low to Prado. Prado kind of bumped, but shot no good. Rebound comes down to Zephyr. Butler has it on the floor. And a foul on Torres, I think. His third. It's team fourth, so no free throws yet. 1:19 to go here in the third quarter from Lomita. So both teams did some good things and stayed in a while. This boys team up late in the second quarter against Zephyr team, but they put on a big run. They lead big here, 51-28. Zephyr has the basketball. Butler on the floor, able to pick it back up. It's going to be, I think, turnover. Yeah. Dribbled it on the end line. He was bumped, but after he dribbled it on the end line, a good call there. David Carr to inbound. Minute to go, right at 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. 51-28. Hernandez back to Carr. Again, the full court pressure. Hernandez looks to drive, middle of the court. Past the half-court line. Double team comes. Needs a little help. Gets it to Torres. Carr open for the three. In and out. Good look. Fought for on the floor. And we're going to have a foul, I think, on David. It'll be free throws the other way. David had a good look. He hit 1-3. It was a good look at that three. Just didn't get it to go. About halfway down, popped out. And then on the long rebound, it'll be free throws coming for Zephyr. That's David's first foul. Blair will be shooting, Bauer Blair. And he's had a good night for free throw is good. He'll have one more. What is that here in the quarter? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 for the game. He's in double figures. He'll have one more free throw. 42 seconds to go, third quarter. Free throw is good. 53-28. David Carr into the front court. And throws it away. Got himself in trouble. Turnover going the other way. Gets it up ahead to Ham, who goes up and under and gets the basket. 55-28. Ball on the floor, another steal. In the lane. That shot no good. Put back Blair is good. The Hornets are tired. Ball knocked away. Carr has it. 9 seconds in the third quarter. David into the front court. Needs help. And they are trapping everywhere, and it's worked. They have just picked up the defense on the Prado at the buzzer. Can't get the shot off. And we'll go to the fourth quarter. Just some relentless defense there by Zephyr. They brought in some fresh players, and they just kept at it. I'm going to take a 30-second break, come back. We'll go to the fourth quarter. 57-28, Zephyr leads the Hornets on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
Hey y'all, I'm Blake Shelton. Being from Oklahoma, I know a thing or two about natural disasters. Tornadoes are common where I'm from and have affected my life and the lives of people I care about. No matter where you live, be aware of the dangers in your area and have a plan. You can create an emergency kit, come up with an evacuation plan, and know where to seek shelter. You never know when a disaster may hit. These simple steps can help save a life. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Mark Edmondson back with you live. Just the Hornets are worn down. Got a quarter to go, so they've got and they're in great shape. It's not the issue. It's just the relentless and the depth, the relentless defense, and they really picked it up. And they've been able to force bad turnovers, and it's just led to easy baskets. And again, this is a game you look up. It was 17-12. All in the favor. The Hornets had it. Zephyr, maybe, part of their plan to kind of wear them down, but still, the Hornets did all the things right. But again, this Zephyr team can just throw a lot at you, and then you add that in about 6 or 7 3-pointers. It'll be Lomita basketball to start this fourth quarter, trailing 57-28. Torres looks to drive into the corner. Prado, Manny up top. We got a whistle. It'll be a foul on Zephyr. And they have fouled. I mean, quite a few fouls, but they can put players out there and they can be that aggressive. If they get a few fouls, they're willing to accept that. And it has worked for them again to this undefeated district record, which will continue in 25-1A. Cross-court pass, Hernandez. Chris drives the baseline. That jumper is blocked by Blair. Blair knocked it away and then picked it up, going the other way. Byers in the lane. That runner, no good. Carr Jones with the rebound. Looking for help. Gets it to Roy Carr. Down low to Prado, but wasn't looking. Bad pass again, getting a hurry. And a turnover again against Lomita, 57-28. Byers will bring it into the front court on the dribble. Double team comes. Pass into the corner, Walls. Walls. Back to Marowitz. He had that big second quarter. Byers now to Marowitz. Another three on the way. It's short. Rebound to Torres. Jeremiah will dribble it into the front court. 6:50 to go in our ball game here this Friday night. Tuesday night will be in Brooksmith. 6 and 7:30 scheduled doubleheader. It'll be really important games for playoff implications for both the Lady Hornets and the Hornets. Cross-court pass to Torres. Torres shoots the long three. It's good. His first three attempt tonight, and he hits it. He's been hitting a few of those, but hadn't taken. Again, I think he is now we're deep into second half of the district play. Going to have to see a few more shots from Jeremiah. He can hit those, and he hits that one to make it 57-31. Three the other way, it's no good. Rebound fought for, put back no good by Blair. Stone, Carr Jones with the rebound for the Hornets. He gets it to Torres. Clock runs, 6:09 to go in the ball game, 57-31. This final score is not going to show, that start. Now you do have to play the whole game, but the Hornets, again, probably it'll need a little more depth, and then we've got a whistle. I think it may be an inadvertent whistle. Okay, inadvertent whistle, I believe. The ref says, yeah, that's on me. So it'll still be Lomita basketball, the inbound from half court. Torres has it. Clock runs, 5:53 to go in the game here, 57-31. But, yeah, Tuesday night will be big games for playoff implications for both these teams. Torres lost his dribble, needs some help. Cross-court pass to Manny Prado to Carr. Straightaway three, a long one. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound on the floor, comes up to Zephyr into the front court. Wall, pass to Byers. That shot is good. Running the floor well. Byers with 8 points now. 59-31. Hernandez the other way in the lane. That shot is blocked by Blair. He comes up with it to Byers. Byers. Pass too strong for Ham. Goes out of bounds. Turnover against Zephyr. 59-31. The Bulldogs with the lead. They're going to be going to 8-0 in district play. 59-31. Zephyr with the lead. On the ball on the floor, Torres to the basket. Pass to Prado, and he loses his footing. Looks like they got a call. Might have been a break there. Looks like he was kind of tripping up. Might have been the leg tripped him up of the defender, but either way, it was a call. So, I think they're going to say he's shooting. The foul was on Ham. Manny with 3 points on the night. He'll shoot 2 free throws here. Again, not one to, saying again, moral victories. Free throws up and good. Manny will have one more. But it was 17-12, and the Hornets in a very good spot. They had the game at their pace. Now, Zephyr hadn't been playing this full all-out pressure, but what pressure they had put on, second free throw is good. 5 points for Manny. Makes it 59-33. Marowitz down low to Ham, and going to be a foul on Lomita. But even having said that, even if they pick it up, if you take care of the basketball, but we started making some mistakes, had a bad little section in there where, again, getting a little chippy and things going on, gave some momentum, and Zephyr are able then to add to that, and they can sub 3, 4, 5 at a time, and that depth is definitely come into play, and the Hornets not able to do that, and makes the difference. But again, this Hornet team, from the end of this, they got to look in the corner, pass thrown away, turnover. Say it went off Lomita. Didn't look like anybody from Lomita touched it. Nobody was close. It'll be Zephyr basketball. Butler to inbound on the baseline. 4:58 to go in the ball game. 59-33. Zephyr. Butler. He gets it up top to Woodcock. Down low to Butler. He's alone at the basket. Misses the shot. Manny Prado with the rebound. To Stonecar Jones. Back to Hernandez. Chris Hernandez ringing to the front court. But they can. As you can see, they played, and it wasn't Zephyr not wanting to play. Long three, Hernandez, and he's knocked down, but a putback by Carr. Roy got the rebound, but couldn't get the shot to go. And it's going the other way. Woodcock waits, goes up, and misses the shot. Almost knocked in on the rebound, but comes away to Hernandez. Chris still with the basketball. He'll dribble it up top. About to go to the halfway point of this fourth quarter. 4 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter, 59-33. Stonecar Jones down low to Prado. Manny looks to make a move. And ball kind of lost, goes up, comes down to Cuban. Not really a shot ball, just got knocked away. Woodcock into the front court, 3:47 to go. Ball in the lane. Stonecar Jones with quick hands. Stole it, but then couldn't on 1 foot, threw it away. And then a straightaway three. Morowitz is short. Rebound off of Zephyr. No, I say off of Lomita. 3:35 to go in the game. And this is what this Hornet team, back and forth. I've seen them at times. They look, down stretches, as I mentioned, unbeatable. Now, they've had some, we've had some players not being able to play. They've had some missed time, and you kind of hope maybe that solidifies here. Late down low, and that shot up and no good by Cuban. Rebound to Garcia. But, again, I don't believe that – I got to quit saying again. I don't know why that's stuck in my head. That they aren't just looking to make the playoffs. This is a team that can go into the playoffs. They would go as a big school, D1. And if they do, and in that case, because Zephyr would be the 1 seed, they'd be the 2 seed, but can win playoff games. Hernandez free throw, baseline jumper, Hernandez knocks it in. Chris Hernandez, only his 4th point. Pass up ahead into the front court. Down low, they get it to Cuban, and his shot is good. Cuban, his 4th point. 61-35. But they're going to have to clean up some things. The confidence is part of that, but also taking care of the basketball. But hopefully they can continue to solidify some of those things. Still got district games to go. David Carr to Torres. 2:31 to go in the game. Garcia in the corner. Down low to Carr and gets it off the glass. Good job by Jaden Garcia to find David Carr. And David Carr with the basket has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's see, we got a foul on Lomita on the other end. 61-37. Trying to see again that first time these two teams met. It was 62-17. Again, only 2 points, I believe it was, at halftime. So huge difference, and you see that again. It's going to be a lopsided loss. Free throw's coming up here for Zephyr. Free throw is up. It's no good. One more. Trying to see who there's at the line, kind of out of my sight of view there. I believe that's Prochaska. He'll have one more. 61-37. Free throw no good. It was 3, so it was on the 3. Again, I was kind of out of sight when the shot, so that was a foul on the 3. Well, one more coming for Prochaska. He's missed the first 2. Up and short. Rebound, though, Cuban. Blocked by Cruz. Good block by Jeremiah Cruz on the floor. Jump ball will be Zephyr basketball with 2:11 to go in the game. Hopefully get a chance. We'll try to talk to Coach Martin after the game. I do want to reiterate that on Tuesday, said and say again, got the thesaurus out in the corner. Prochaska, 3, it's short. Long rebound comes down to Byers. Byers, left side of the floor, Butler. Prochaska, Byers shoots the 3. It's no good. Got a whistle underneath the basket. Well, push on Zephyr. Let's see, Butler with the foul. It's only the third team foul, so we'll meet a basketball. Still full court pressure. Torres in the backcourt to Hernandez. Ball knocked away, stolen. Byers. Pass, no look pass underneath to Woodcock, who gets the basket. 63-37 with 1:42 to go. But if on Tuesday I will be there, plan to broadcast live. If I run into problems with being able to get an internet connection that will be at least mostly continuous, record the game, and I would post it afterwards. I know it's not the same, but that is my plan. Like C, Garcia's tied up. It'll be Lomita basketball with 1:33 to go in the game. It'll be a tough night, but you coming in against two very good Zephyr teams. Lady Hornets lost their first half of the doubleheader. The Hornets going to lose the second one. Torres' 3 is a little long. And then we've got a foul on Garcia in the backcourt. I don't know if that's 4 or 5. 4's on the board. If it's the fifth, it'd be free throws. That's the fourth. Third one on Jaden. Zephyr basketball, 63-37. Bulldogs with the lead. Byers will bring into the front court. 1:22 to go. Into the corner. Prochaska 3 is good. He has 6 points, 2 threes. 66-37. Cruz gets it ahead to Hernandez. On the floor, saves it. Chris still with the dribble. Taken away by Zephyr. Prochaska off the glass and good. 68-37. Got a timeout here. I believe one of the Hornets on the floor for a moment. Looks like helping him up. Might have just got knocked down. All right. Looked like all right. But then a timeout called. They're keeping it here. Last 53 seconds. We'll stick around a minute if we get a chance to talk to Coach Martin. We certainly will. If not, we'll wrap it up here. And so now I want to make sure I know he said it, that Cherokee, on the girls' side, Coach Reyes, so Cherokee defeated Brooksmith tonight. Understood that. So the Lady Hornets, who've already beaten Brooksmith, and then split with Cherokee. So if they beat Brooksmith with no Mullen or Richland Springs girls basketball, a win Tuesday night, a loss that put them into a three-way. A win should secure a playoff spot. And right now, that's your first goal there. So again, Tuesday night from Brooksmith, huge implications there. The boys are going to be 4-3 in district, but they beat Brooksmith the first time and beat Mullins. So a win over Brooksmith on Tuesday night, if not totally, very close to giving them securing a playoff spot. So lots of things happen now as we get late into the district season. Cruz shoots the 3 off the rim, high in the air. Rebound comes down to Zephyr. 37 seconds to go, 68-37. Up ahead, Woodcock to Byers. Into the corner. Prochaska, another three. It's no good. Rebound fought for. Comes down to Stonecard Jones, gets it to Torres. 20 seconds to go. 68-37. Bulldogs. Cruz. No, excuse me. That's Torres to Stonecard Jones. Shoots the long three. It was halfway down, but no good. Rebound to Zephyr. 5 seconds. Byers should dribble it out here and does, and that's our final score. 68-37. 68-37. So a game that was 17-12 late into that second quarter. Then that big run, they took the lead of 30-19. So an 11-point lead. It was an 18-point turnaround there, essentially, just about that, if not. At the end of the second quarter, the last few minutes, and that really changed the game. Then 57-28 at the end of three, and then 68-37, our final score. So Zephyr remains undefeated in district play, 8-0. The Hornets will move to 4-3 in district, but still not changing a win here, obviously with big implications, but a loss doesn't change that dynamic. And again, with the Division 1, Division 2, 4 seeds will go, 2 will go D1 and big division, 2 will go the other, and that's by enrollment. And Zephyr and according to what I've read, I saw online, Zephyr and Lomita are the two highest enrollments based on the 24 to 26. So that they would go, even if it were 1 and 4, they would move on as the D1 teams, and then the other 2 seeds from the district would move as D2. So I'm going to keep it here a minute, see if we get a chance to visit, and then we'll wrap it up. Tuesday night, 6 and 7:30. I'm a little nervous about it, too. It's a big game, and the team's going to have to do that. I'm worried about the broadcast, too, because it does matter to me. Even if it is 4 or 5 people, we had a good number of listeners, biggest number of viewers coming back and checking the game last Friday. But even if it's 3 or 4 or 5, whatever it may be, I do appreciate it, and I want you to be able to enjoy and know what's going on, and that's my intention, and I do appreciate your patience, and you join us whenever you can. So make sure 68-37. So the Lady Hornets lost 52-21, and the Hornets lost 68-37 to the Bulldogs. I'm going to take a short break here. Let's give a little time. The coaches talking together, and then we'll check it where things are. Final score here, second half of our doubleheader. Lomita falls to Zephyr 68-37 on LTX Sports YouTube channel.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because feeling full can sound like this.
How did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
And like this.
Mom, I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Here's the deal. We gotta set ourselves up. See, retirement is the long game. We gotta make moves and make them early. Set up goals. Don't worry about a setback. Just save up and stack up to reach them. Let's put ourselves in the right position. Pre-game to greater things.
Start building your retirement plan at thisispretirement.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Mark Edmondson back with you live, joined by Coach Martin. Coach Martin, it's a little. I was trying to think about what to say to start this, and it's got to start with the fact that this game. You look up at 3 minutes left in maybe a little less in the first half. Y'all lead by 5, really playing a great game, doing all the things you want. And now you got to give Zephyr credit. This is a team that's undefeated in district for a reason. They can put pressure on you, and they showed the threes were another big key. But this also shows where, as a team, y'all have grown, but still have some things to work on. It got away from you a little bit. Got to be pleased with the effort. But against a very good team, you did a lot of things, and especially the game before, you really were never in it. In Zephyr here, you showed you can play with them.
Right. Yeah, no, the big thing, that's the difference between what we had last time we played Zephyr and this time, sorry.
That's all right.
I forget.
No, I know. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, I got you. Last time we played Zephyr and this time we played Zephyr was definitely that we started making more shots, because last time we played, we still gave up, I think, just about the same amount of points, because it was, 67 last time, and this time it was
62-17.
Right,
last
okay,
time. Yep,
and then
yep.
this time we gave up 68.
And y'all had 2 points at half.
Right, yeah, so that's, that don't remind me of that.
I'm
please.
sorry. Never again.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I mean, coming out and leading at the end of the first quarter and for most of the first half, and then just a couple of boneheaded mistakes, and then all of a sudden we're leaving a guy that's hot wide open, and it just turns it around very quickly. And it's hard to get back into it whenever the morale drops, because we know we got to stay in the lead. You can't just give up a lead against a team this good and expect to come back later.
And I was talking to, thought some similar things happened in the girls' game. Talking to Coach Reyes at halftime, we talked about that, because it's still, and I want your thoughts as a coach, because it's difficult. I kind of think philosophy of coaches vary. Do you have a game plan and you try to stick pretty close to it? Everybody's going to make adjustments during the game, I know that.
Right.
But some, I think, want to make a lot. So I don't know, and I just kind of wanted you to work that in there. Because when things like that change, yes, you're trying to stop momentum, do that. But do you look to try to do a lot, or is it just –
Well, the main things that we change is just we come in with the game plan, and we're like, all right, we want to play this defense to start out with. We'll throw in this defense every now and then. And then the adjustment is, all right, are they doing really good against this defense? All right, let's throw in this one instead and make that adjustment. I know, like, we came out, we started the game and man, and then we were doing pretty good and then we would throw out the occasional 2-3 zone just to have them have a different look and make it like they have to start thinking about what they're going to be running. And so it's just a different look just to keep them on their toes. And so maybe we can get a quick turnover here and there about it. And we did. Every couple of times that we would run our 2-3 zone, we would do that little trap and stuff, and we would pick off some bad passes that they would make. And then that second half, number 5,
Marowitz,
made 3 threes in a row, and they finished off with another 3 at the buzzer. And so we come out and we're like, all right, we're going to run box and 1. You're going to make sure that he goes cold before we go back into anything else. So we're not going to let him score anymore for at least the first 3 or 4 minutes, so that we can at least make it sure that it's somebody else that's going. And then we go back into what we normally run. And I think besides for that little span right there, we didn't give up too much 3-pointers wise, except for I think they had a couple of threes here and there throughout the rest of the game.
Late, y'all were tired. I mean,
right.
they were able to run that. They can put 3 or 4 in there,
yes,
and
sir.
we've talked about that before. And they do have, and that's one of what they do to wear teams down, and that's going to happen. But I agree with you. Y'all were able to curb that tide in there, but then it goes back to. But y'all didn't do a great job of taking care, and it always goes back to me taking care of the basketball.
Yes, sir. Now that was the one thing that I hammered into them. That's the only way that the only way that we can beat them is by not turning the ball over. And that first quarter, that first bit of the first half, actually, I think the entire first half we ended up with 2 or 3 turnovers
right.
at most, and that shows as long as we're taking care of the ball, we can hang with anybody.
And then while you're up by 5, I mean
exactly. And then they just started scoring, which, so be it to them. I mean, they're good shooters. I remember my first year playing against them in the playoffs. They had 7 different guys make 2 3-pointers, and
they had 4, or at least 4.
I think they
they
had a lot.
So I want to transition. This game is done. I do think it showed some growth. Going back to the first part of district where you are, and I said this too, you've had a difficult time lineup. Y'all have had some changes, things you can't control, and it's been tough, and you've had to put pieces in, which to me, where y'all are now, in an excellent shape. You're going into a team on Tuesday night. Pretty much must win. I guess it's not must win to get the playoff, but this is what you need this.
I would definitely call it a must win, because as soon as we beat them, we're guaranteed our playoff spot. So I would definitely call this a must win game. So we take this win, and I get to go start making designs for T-shirts for playoffs. So I'm going to call it a must win game.
4X.
I got you. I'll put your name down. I'll write
I didn't
that
say
down
5. Yeah, thanks.
I'll write that down somewhere.
And that matters. I mean, this is where y'all are trying to build, and you can see that confidence, Tom. I saw in this game where some of that confidence seemed to leave a little while, but that's dealing with high school students.
Yes.
But now your big role is pulling that back for Tuesday night.
Right. Yeah, and most of our players are actually underclassmen. I mean, we had 2 freshmen playing a lot of minutes. We had, I think, 2, 3.
Just a second, and then we'll wrap it up pretty quick. See if it'll go back on. Thinking it picked it back up. Okay, I think it came back on, so at least it jumped right back in. So I want you to finish up. Sorry about that. It cut off for a second.
Have to remind me of the question.
I have no idea. No, it was about sophomore, having a young team and trying to put all
Right.
that together. And so that's important, and to build that confidence up now for Tuesday.
Yeah, and you got to play that balance of, I want to get all my young guys as many minutes as I possibly can so that they're ready for the future. But I also want to be respectful to my seniors who got me here in the first place and make sure that they're getting as many minutes as they possibly can as well. So you got to get that balance in there. I guess the only people that end up hurting the most is the juniors, because it's like, well, you got your senior year next year, we'll focus on, but I really want to get these younger kids in here. So,
and it's a tough balance, and that's why they
Yes.
pay you those big bucks.
Yeah, those loads of money. That tax return came in. Wonderful.
I really do mean this, that it is a fun team to watch. And now,
Appreciate that.
and you have the ups and downs, and I try not to be too critical on those, but also not try to get too far away. But I've said at times they play as well as anybody when they really get in the groove. And that makes it exciting because, each game you have a chance. And that's what I liked about the first half so much, that they showed that they could play with the best team in the district by the standings.
Yeah.
And that's something that y'all just can build on.
Yeah, no, last time I checked, they were top 25 in the state for 1A. So it's definitely tough to beat that. But I mean, whenever the coach after the game says, y'all played so well, we appreciate it, because every single time that we play these other teams around, it's not worth implementing anything new, because we can beat them with the basic stuff. And so
it showed. I mean, they came out that you could see they were that intensity level. And you can tell when a team knows that they've come to a fight, so to speak, in a competition, when they're even good teams, that they're very competitive. And you saw that tonight, and they knew they had to bring their best, and they started. But you could see that through the rest of the game. They never let up because they knew they couldn't, really. I do mean that.
Yeah, I don't think they came out of that 2-2-1 because of they knew that as soon as they got back, we were scoring against whatever else they were wanting to run. So they just had to keep pressing us the entire game in order for us to not catch back up. And, I mean, down by 30, that sucks, but you're also like, I thank you for the respect. Because
Absolutely.
you're acknowledging that we're good and that we can keep up with you, and the only way you can beat us is by taking advantage of the fact that we're small.
There's still a lot of growth. This team still moving forward, and I said it again, and I mean it. I tell you every time. This is a team that's not just made to make the playoffs; they can win in the playoffs, and
Yes,
I believe
sir.
that.
And it's looking like right now we're going to be playing Aquila, based on how the standings are going over there. So
because we'll be a big D1 school,
right,
Division
yeah,
One. Because I know we're the largest. I looked at the numbers, 93.
Yes, we're the largest, and Zephyr's going to end up
next.
taking that next one, because Pretty's not going to make the playoffs unless, I don't know, they have a giant influx of kids, which I doubt that happens.
I appreciate the time. Hey, get some rest.
Yes,
we'll be there Tuesday night. It'll be a big night for both the Lady Hornets and the Hornets on
Yes, sir.
Tuesday night in Brooksmith. Thank you.
All right, I appreciate it.
You absolutely appreciate your time very much. Everybody's going home, and you have to sit and talk to me, and that means a lot. I appreciate it. Thank you, Coach Martin. All right, let me wrap it up from here. Our final scores: the Lady Hornets fall 52-21, and they played a competitive first half. Again, got away. Zephyr were in both games able to kind of pull away, and you heard about, again, that's great to see the respect another team gives your team. And the Hornets leading late into that first half of the second game, but do fall 68-37 to undefeated and district leading Zephyr Bulldogs on LTX Sports YouTube channel. Thank you, and good night. You have been listening to Lomita High School Sports on the LTX Sports YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us, and good night.